Hi. Are we live again? Here we are in the Asia Tech Podcast studio. My name is Graham Brown. And we will be announcing... This hasn't gone live, by the way. Oh, we are live. Hello, everybody. We are live. A little bit of a technical glitch. It's all fun here. It's all fun and games. We're going to announce the winners of the Asia Tech Podcast Award. And the winners will be receiving one of these. Look at that. Amazing. That is going to sit on their mantelpiece, or it's going to go in their office or in their study, show their grandkids. How about that? You have been voted for as, it says here, the startup most likely to succeed in 2019. So I'm going to announce the startup winners in a minute. I'm going to announce the top 10, and the top 5, you all get one of these lovely awards. The top 5, you all get one of these lovely awards. And thank you very much to everybody. Big shout out to everybody who's made this happen. We had, Anish, how many votes did we have in total?
We had more than 7,200.
7,200 votes. So yes. 7,200 votes. So, and they were all registered LinkedIn accounts, so verified. We asked the Asian tech ecosystem to nominate, and we asked them to choose the startups they thought were most likely to succeed in 2019. And the people voted. So, should we talk about who's who? Should we talk about the awards and who's in the awards, and maybe who are some of the honourable mentions? A big shout out as well for all of you who are watching live. Thank you very much for your support. And a shout out to some of the emails that we've had just as we were going live. As we sent out the newsletter today, Yo Hock Gan, I don't know if that's how I pronounce your name, apologies, would love to watch an interview session between ATP and the winners, or perhaps some of the other candidates too. Yo Hock, that is coming right up. We are going to bring the winners into the studio and have them pick up their awards, and we are going to do a special session with the winners and talk about why they are the startup most likely to succeed in 2019. So that is coming up. Thanks for the shout out. And who else do we have? Jayaprasad Bhaskaran. Apologies if I got your pronunciation wrong. Says the top 3 in each category should be announced. It will be a great inspiration. Absolutely. We'll do our best. We can't do a top 3 in all categories because that would be like, what, 50 startups?
Yeah, we have 14 categories.
14 categories, Pratana, exactly. So we're just going to do the top today. If you have any feedback, we'd love to hear it in the comments. We will read out any interesting comments. Obviously, we can't read out all of your comments because they're coming in fast. Thank you very much for your support in all of this. We're doing our best. We are trying to give, a megaphone, a platform to all the amazing startups out there. So thank you for all of your support and 7,200 votes.
Yes.
Shall we get started?
Yes.
Let's talk about who the winners are. We're going to talk about the top 10. So we're going to do the top 10, some honourable mentions, and then we're digging into the top 5, where the top 5 get one of these. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't get one of these. We weren't allowed to put ourselves in the nominations. So we thought about it, but thought it might be a bit fixed. So we decided not to do that. All right, so let's talk about a few honourable mentions. Shall we do honourable mentions first? Let's do this then. So first up, the number 1 in Malaysia, unfortunately didn't get into the top 10, but a big shout out to Lindy and the ESSAYJACK team. You were number 1 in Malaysia. Well done, guys. Fantastic. We love your startup and what you're trying to do in ESSAYJACK in the EdTech space. Honourable mention, you hustled the votes hard.
Yeah.
She did a great job, didn't she? I mean, both of them. So Ruben and Lindy.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, didn't make the cut.
Top 10, yeah.
Exactly. Unfortunately, there are only, we have some honourable mentions here coming from our neighbours in Indonesia as well. MAGLOFT, well done to the team at MAGLOFT. We had them in the studio here recently, based in, where are they based? Bali? Bali in Indonesia. MAGLOFT, well done, guys. You hustled hard. You were the number 1 in Indonesia, but you didn't even get into the top 10, I'm afraid, because the competition was so tough. But as an Indonesian startup, you did really well. So thank you very much for your support. And hopefully we can get more coverage of Indonesia in the coming future. So that will be our next step. And before we get into the top 10, one more honorable mention. And if you're enjoying the show, let us know in the feedback, some comments. Maybe we can read out some of the comments coming up in a minute. If you enjoy the show, if you enjoy startups and you enjoy the Asian tech ecosystem, subscribe. You know what to do. You've done this before. You subscribe to channels on YouTube before. Subscribe to ATP. The button is right down there below. So subscribe, and we will do our best to deliver amazing content and amazing startup stories. Pratana, do you want to dive in and some of the feedback on the live stream?
Yeah, we have Sabir Ansari saying, love ATP.
Yeah, it's up here, man.
Then there are a lot of people supporting People Wave, Zave,
Yeah, well done,
Museo,
guys.
Impress.
Impress, yeah.
Yeah.
They all put in, I mean, the voting in the last day was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was crazy, the amount of votes that came on. We were watching the votes coming in, and it was just like, at some point, there were like 5-6 votes a minute
Yeah.
coming in, right? It's a bit crazy. I mean, the positions kept changing, and,
Yeah, and
it's
the
exciting.
differences were just 1 or 2 votes here and there. That's
It
it.
was.
Yeah.
But there has to, unfortunately, there has to be only one winner. But let's do our best to give prominence to all of those people in it today. Coming from Thailand, so go Wabi, well done, guys. I thought you did really well. You were the best in Thailand. Unfortunately, you didn't get into the top 10 because the voting was tough, right?
Yes.
And hopefully, I mean, you know, we're going to go to Thailand, we're going to go to Indonesia, and we're going to go to Malaysia, and we're going to give these guys a bit more prominence, and we're going to bring our megaphone to these countries, and hopefully we can get more startups from there.
Yeah.
Any more comments as we go into the top 10?
Yeah, Phil says, loving the show, has built some great noise around the startups. Thanks, Phil. Thanks you so
Phil.
much.
Awesome, man. Yeah, great. Let's do the top 10, shall we? Shall we get into the
Yes.
proceedings? We're starting with number 10.
Okay, let's have a drum roll.
The
guys.
drum roll
Come
then,
on.
guys. Come do your best drum roll. Okay. Hopefully you picked up that amazing acoustic. It wasn't the real drum.
Yeah.
It's actually no expense spared in the acoustic effects of Asia Tech Podcast. Number 10. What can we say about these guys? They came in at 181 votes. Even at 181 votes got you in at number 10. What can we say about these guys? Mayro. Well done, chaps. You came in at number 10. You were the 10th, ranked in the top 10 of startups most likely to succeed in 2019. Mayro, what can we say about them? AI,
Yes.
data analytics. Was it Balas was their man.
Pavel.
It was Pavel.
Pavel, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pavel. There you go. I've got so many names in my head. So Pavel, yeah, well done, guys. You hustled the votes really hard. Came in at 181 votes. Number 10, voted in the top 10. That was a great. I mean, they did really well at the end. I think they had a good performance
towards the
on
end.
it.
Yeah.
All right, fintech now.
Yeah.
Should we do this? Number 9, Validus Capital. 189 votes coming in at number 9. What do we think about that? We had them in the studio, Nicolesh and the team, right? I thought there was they did really well. Based here in Singapore, funny enough. Number 8. Now, we've gone from 189 votes to number 8. 271 votes.
That's
what a
a
jump.
great jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking a departure from Singapore. We are heading to Taiwan, and in the blockchain space, FST Network. You know who you are, Jack Chu. Well done. FST, Funders Token Network. Those guys are in the blockchain space. 271 votes. Probably 271 votes from Taiwan as well. They were well supported. A great show. However, the voting is getting more competitive as we go up the top 10. Number 7, over 300 votes. 300 people thought you were the startup most likely to succeed in 2019. Sleek.
Yes.
Adrienne and the team, well done. Excellent showing at number 7, 309 votes. But I'm afraid not in the top 5.
Yeah.
But awesome in the legal corp tech space was well competed, wasn't it? That was ferocious. And these guys had a good showing in the last day as well. But there were people who just kind of, they pulled out all the stops to get their fans to vote for them, right? And if you're enjoying the show and you want to help spread the message on the startup ecosystem here in Asia, which is fantastic, and give a spotlight to some of these startups, and that's what we're trying to do, then subscribe to Asia Tech Podcast here and comment, share, do the, you know the drill. Let's go. Number 6, Panel It. 312 votes. Daniel West.
Not much of a difference from
just
Street.
No, look at that. Look at that. Not a lot of difference. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
309, 300. There's only 3 votes in it.
Yep.
Panel It. So we have done from 10 to 6. 10 to 6. So now we have the winners. The winners who get one of these. So the top 5 of the Pitchdeck Asia Power Ranking. You get one of these beautiful awards. There you go. Well done. Fantastic. ATP, Asia Tech Podcast. So the first one. Do you want to hold that, Pratana?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put that on your mantelpiece and cherish it because you deserve it. Number 5. Well, what can we say about this lady? She hustled the votes. She came in at number 5.
Yes.
323 votes. She was in the fun tech category. In music, a big shout out to
Hazel Savage. from
Hazel
Museo.
Savage and Museo. Well done. Awesome. Fantastic. I think they thoroughly deserve it. They were awesome. AI application to music.
Yes.
You guys are going places. Obviously, it's not just us that think you're going places. 323 people think you're going places, right? So Museo voted number 5 startup most likely to succeed in 2019. Congratulations. What can we say? Come and pick up the award.
Yeah. Next
Yes.
week, come here, come down to our studio with
Yeah.
your team.
Yeah.
Let's
Come on, Hazel.
do a show together, maybe an acceptance speech.
Yeah, we would love to do this. So Hazel and your team, bring them over and pick up your award, and we will do an impromptu, fun acceptance speech. Thank your fans. Thank your 323 fans who believed in you. And by the way, before we get into the top 4, on the Pitchdeck Asia website from tomorrow, we're going to publish the power rankings, which will have the top 50. So what our goal is, I mean, this is all a bit of fun, obviously, but our goal is to help investors and talent and partners discover startups here in Asia. And the challenge is that, you know, we have lists, we have 10-minute pitch competitions and demo days, but we want to get the stories out there, the stories of, you know, like these amazing startups like Hazel and her team at Museo. We want to get the stories out there. And that takes a little bit more work than just 10 minutes. So let's get their stories out there by, you know, helping them discover the podcast, watching the video, and so on. So from tomorrow, you'll be able to look at the top 50. And hopefully, you know, if you're an investor, you can go and check them out. If you are talent and you're looking for an amazing startup, go and check them out. Because these startups have been selected by the Asian tech ecosystem. And they are pretty damn badass. We're moving into the back end, the business end of the voting now, guys. We're going into number 4. Well-deserved Museo. Shout out to Lauren, Henry, Parsons, agreed. 323 people agree with you. Unless you're one that voted, then 322. We are going into number 4, into the legal corp tech space. Ta-da! Number 4, 382 votes. Zave. And who's the team at Zave?
Alan.
Alan, well done, man. You did an awesome job. You hustled the votes right up until the final bell. However, you know, as much as we want you to come to the studio, Alan, and pick up your award, pick up that award there that Pratin is going to hold up. Come and pick up your award, bring your team, do your acceptance speech. But you know what? It's bittersweet, Alan. It's bittersweet, and I'll tell you why. It's because you got 382 votes, and number 3 got
383.
383. One vote.
One vote.
Alan, you could have. I don't know. You could have contacted your cousins, your family, all those people that you know what I mean. One vote was in it. Anyway, you got a well-deserved number 4. But coming in at number 3, 1 vote ahead of Zave, we have Jupiter Chain, 383 votes. Daphne and her team, you rocked the vote. I think there was
They picked up in the end.
Yeah, it was really strong.
They were somewhere in late 20s, I think.
Yeah.
And they just picked it up from
They
there.
absolutely rocked it. 383 votes. Look at that. What do you guys think about that? How about that for every vote counts. Don't let them tell you that your vote doesn't count, because here we have 1 vote in the difference that makes the difference, all the difference. But you're all winners. You all come and get an award. So Daphne, Pratin's going to contact you and sync up with you. We want you to come in like we've had the fans saying. Like, we want to see an impromptu show with all the winners. So the invite is there. Bring your team. Come and pick up your award. You know where we are. Well, guys, we are now dealing with the top two.
Top two.
The 2019 award for Startup Most Likely to Succeed. You know, and between the top two, we have, would you believe it, 1,600 votes. So 1,600 votes for the top two. How about that? That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Don't want to give it away. So give it, you know, okay. And a lot of people voted for these guys. So, but the margin was narrow. Were you watching it?
Yes,
Right down to the end.
Yeah. It was like if people have watched the last over of a 2020 matches, like
Yeah, absolutely.
they're hitting it out of the park every ball.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was. They're hitting. You know, they were just knocking fours and sixes. And it was like last minute of extra time in the World Cup final.
Yes.
And I tell
Something
you.
like that, yeah.
How do we do this? Because it's if I tell you who comes second, you know who comes first.
Should we ask everyone who's
Yeah,
watching to comment
yeah,
down below? Like,
yeah.
what do they think? Who's won the first and
who
second
do you
position?
think? Who do you think the top two are?
Yeah.
Right, and who is? We want to hear in your comments, and when we hear some feedback, we'll actually announce them. So let's show them the award whilst we're doing that here. That is what we're going to give away. So the winner will get the top two winners, and it wouldn't be great. I would love the top two to come in together.
Mhm. Yeah,
You know, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Do a session together. That would be a nice.
Yeah.
Can we throw a hint? They are from the same category.
They're from the same category. Are they from the same?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
are.
are.
Oh, how about that? Absolutely. These are two HR tech companies. So who could it be? There you go. And I think the
they're
chat,
getting
the
there.
chat box knows what we're
Yeah.
talking about. It is Impress and People Wave.
Yes.
1,600. So, guys, thank you to all the people that voted for Impress and People Wave, because whoever wins, you know, at the end of the day, you've shown your support for these startups. They have worked really hard for what they've done. I think they all deserved it, and hopefully now we can shine a spotlight. So when we have angel investors, we have industry, we have media looking at these awards, we know that they're going to look at this top 10 and say, wow, these guys have big networks, and these aren't fly-by-nights. These are startups who've done stuff, have built up fan bases, and able to communicate their offering to their network. So well done.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Number two. Shall we do it number two? Guys, by the way, what can I say? How many votes separate number one and number two?
I think it's less than 10. It's 7, 8 or something.
9 votes.
Oh.
How would you believe that? 7,237
votes.
But 9 votes separated at the end. What is that as a percentage? That's like 1 point something percent.
It's point.
Point. Oh, yeah. There you go. My maths is out. All right. So number two. Yeah. Guys, you were amazing. Very impressive. And I think you rocked the vote right up until the end. And you had 833 votes. Number two. Startup most likely to succeed. You have certainly impressed the Asian tech ecosystem. Impressed.ai. So what can we say about their team? Shout out.
Vaishak.
Vaishak. Yeah.
You guys were amazing. You know, you have done such a great job of activating your network, and people believed in you. 833 people believed in you and thought that you were thoroughly deserving. So this doesn't end here. I think, completely well-deserved, amazing turnout. 833 people, how about that?
Yeah.
833 people voted for you and said, I thought that you were the startup most likely to succeed in 2019. You know, how many of those people are investors? How many are talent? How many, all those people in the ecosystem? That is a big deal. These were all registered LinkedIn members. So you couldn't just turn up and vote. These are registered, these were verified, real people in the business world. So, guys, what can I say? Impress, amazing. Thank you for your support, and thank you to all the supporters of Impress for turning up and voting, which basically means we're down to the number one.
Yes,
How
let's
can we
do
say
that.
it? Number one startup in Asia voted as startup most likely to succeed. And I want to hear YouTube's roar if you think that this is thoroughly deserved, or any of the 10 that we shared with you today. Then please like this video, please share your comments, please congratulate, claps in the comment box, whatever you think. Because number one, voted for by the Asian tech ecosystem, startup most likely to succeed, is
People wave.
There you go. There is 842 people out there who thought that you were the startup most likely to succeed in 2019. And what can I say? Well done. And I'm sure everybody in the top 10 will think that this is thoroughly deserved. Damien, I think that you have done an amazing job. And I think as a winner of the 2019 Asia Tech Podcast Award for Startup Most Likely to Succeed in 29, I think your story was amazing. And everybody else, I'm sure, will agree. 842 people voted for you. How about that for vindication? Because I know personally that you've been through, a roller coaster of a year. So to have 842 people turn out and say that you have done an amazing job at the end of it, I think is, what can I say? Speechless.
Definitely.
But it doesn't end there. Thank you so much for all your support. And we want you to come in to the ATP studio
And collect your trophy.
your hard-earned award, right?
Yeah.
How about that? Hey, so before you go, I want to share with you something about a new award coming up. So a couple of new things. So there is another award coming up. I'm going to talk about that in a minute and how you can vote in that. Because if you enjoyed this award, why stop voting? We've got another one coming up, which is more fun, more chance to give prominence to the Asian tech ecosystem. As of tomorrow, on the Pitchdeck Asia website, you can go and check out our new Pitchdeck Asia Power Ranking, which will feature the top 50 startups from Asia, as well as startups by category, startups by country. Go and have a look at that. We'd love your feedback on that. Next Monday, we have a new award. You thought we were finished with awards. We're just getting started. We have another award. We've talked about the startups of the Asian tech ecosystem. There's somebody else out there in the Asian tech ecosystem, and that is the ecosystem builders. So we're talking about co-working spaces, we're talking about accelerators, and we're talking about government programs. The people who build the Asian tech ecosystem, who build the architecture. We want to celebrate them as well, and we want to hear about you and your nominations and who you think really deserves some kind of, well, spotlight on their work. Because often the people that do that are hard doing the work and not out there promoting themselves. So let's give them the credit that they're due. So next Monday, a new Asia Tech Podcast Award will be pinging your way, and we want to know who your nominations are. So look out for the email. Hey, thank you very much, everybody, for your participation in these awards. Congratulations to the top 10. You can go and see yourself on the Pitchdeck Asia website tomorrow, where we will have a full award feature, as well as links to your interviews and your podcasts with us. We look forward to giving you some kind of boost in your PR out there. And hopefully some of the people watching may be investors, and there may also be talent who want to come and work for your team. My name is Graham Brown, signing off from the Asia Tech Podcast team in the studio.
Prarthana Sibbal.
And Anish.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for your hard work in making these awards happen. And if you enjoyed, share on LinkedIn. Anything you share on LinkedIn about these awards, we will also boost out to our network. There you go. I've been tongue-tied. I've been talking too long. It's time to sign off. Please please subscribe to the Asia Tech Podcast channel on YouTube. We'll see you on LinkedIn. Well done, everybody.